I want to pose a question to your audience too, and I'd love to see what their comments are in the comment section.
Okay.
Where it's like, you're beginning, but then how do you know you're doing something that's even within your purpose of realm? Because there's sometimes where like failure, I feel like could also be a clue that you're not on the right path. So what is the difference between that failure being an indication of like, you should probably pivot versus you're almost there?
I think it is something that it has to come from God, like, and not from people. Like, I think everybody, you should know that calling from God, like of what your gifting is.
Yeah.
You know, I think you just know like what your thing is, and I think there's always gonna be opposition. Like that's just like inevitable. I was talking to my dad about it, actually. I think he was reading this book. I think it's called like The Art of War or something like that. But they were talking about like literally any time that you set out to do something, there's gonna be opposition.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, like literally when we were talking about it, like we had set up like, 2:00 we're gonna film like his content, and literally when we were starting to do it, then our gardener comes, and he's like literally right next to the door, like with his blower. You know what I'm saying? So some people might take that and be like, oh well, this is a sign. I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is opposition. But I think what separates those people is the push through. So like you said, like the people like Michael Jordan, the people like Kevin Hart, right? Who I talked about, who he auditioned for SNL, right? Like SNL is like the comedy place, right? Like if you made it in comedy, like you are in SNL.
You've touched SNL.
You've touched SNL.
Yeah.
But Lorne Michaels told him like, hey, you should choose another career. If he listened to that, we wouldn't know who Kevin Hart is today. Yeah. But because he pushed through it. So I think if you know that it's your thing, I don't think there's any amount of opposition that is gonna make you stop. I think you're always gonna know that it's an almost there.